one, Meg.
I love it.
Ready?
Yeah.
We had something planned. 1, 2, 3.
Sup,
Sup, cunts. See, that's our synchronized cunting.
Oh, I thought it was slut mouth.
No, you said cunt lips earlier. I don't know what that was, but I enjoyed it. It made me laugh.
It was
I
good for
like
me
Not gonna
too.
lie.
I like anything with the word continent, so I'm down.
Same.
Yeah, I mean,
It's my favorite word.
it's cuntalicious.
How big is too big?
You're asking the wrong one.
Breaking news.
I wouldn't know that one. I think the one at my house is maybe.
I'm gonna go on
6.
Ask Jeeves. We're gonna go throwback.
You said
a
the
bit.
one at my house is 6.
Oh my god.
I think maybe I don't know. I'll measure and let you know next time.
Let me know, please.
I got it.
Use one of those protractors. That's probably the best thing you can do. Everybody's probably wondering who was the guy on the, because I'm outnumbered here, but this is kind of ironic because I have 7 sisters, and I'm being the only boy. In the
Damn, your
family.
parents got it in.
I know.
Well, stepsisters. Yeah, mom was like one of those rebel Catholics that just said, you know what, let's do this, but just kept saying, let's do this, and then it just never ended.
Oh,
Damn.
you know, hey. Well, yeah. Well,
Jesus.
so you're on Ladylicious with Mandy and Fritz, and we have some special guests. We have one of my best friends, Dom, who is a returning guest on this show.
Yeah.
Hello.
Who we also have a new nickname called Heat Girl. Heat Girl Dom.
Heat girl.
And I think we should also be proud of her because she hit a grand slam like 2 weekends ago.
It was
Yeah,
the second
salami.
one
First
ever in
one.
the 10 years that I've been playing softball.
It's
with this
amazing.
league.
Congratulations.
Feel special.
She's like,
Sure.
don't tell Natalie.
Please don't. Please don't. She's gonna expect that.
She'll
in spring.
expect
It ain't
things.
happening. I drink way.
And our other guest is Frankie James. Do you want to give us a little bit more of your background? He's a official
Frankie
Flyers
James.
photographer.
I feel like I do everything. Yeah, thanks for having me on the show too, by the
Yes,
way.
thanks for joining us.
Oh, absolutely. Because when I was outside running around like a madman, I had the honor and privilege of meeting
Dom.
don't we already forget her
Heat
nickname.
Girl.
I was trying to give
Heat
you your
Girl.
of your little nickname, Heat Girl, and we got to shoot the shit. And she had mentioned that you guys softball at Philly Flash, which is where I kind of grew up in that area.
Yeah.
Came inside, we shook hands, kissed the babies, and here we are today
Babies.
on
Hey,
the
you
show.
know.
So yeah,
I gave him a wonderful koozie and it worked out.
that's why.
We did get koozies made, by the
We
way.
did.
I don't know if you can see them, but
I don't know where I'm supposed to be.
they say,
I'm a huge fan of the
Subcons.
koozie.
yeah, sub cunts. We gave them out at
Subcunts.
bowling.
Yes.
And then
People loved them.
they kept asking for more.
More?
And I was cracking up.
We
Oh.
gave one to Casey Boy, and he said he couldn't give them to children.
Yeah,
no, you definitely want to give them to children.
We're like, oh, we didn't hand it out because
Hasty.
there's children here. And he was like, I can't hand these to kids. No shit, Sherlock.
I know. I was
No,
like,
that's what
we
we're
were
saying.
giving them to you.
Yeah.
I can't
I was
wait.
like, do you want it?
So more about me. So yeah,
Yes.
a little bit about my background. So I have a podcast. I have 2 shows. Sports show, obviously being in the media. I'm a journalist and photographer with the Philadelphia Flyers. It's my 5th year. I have a show. I have a podcast, the Frank Tank Show. And then I also have a podcast, a little something different. It's called the My Crazy Exes podcast, which breaking news we already talked about. We are going to have the Ladylicious ladies on there for a good topic. And Dom, you can join us as well. Fuck
Thank
it.
you so much.
Damn.
I
Yes.
appreciate
You never
it.
know. Maybe we can't hold a Nate to be doing it right here live in
Yeah,
person.
you never know.
If Nate wants me.
I'm sure Nate would take you.
Careful now.
But yeah, that's my
double meaning.
background. I was in a legal field for 9 years, but who really gives a shit about all that stuff? Thanks for having me, ladies.
Thanks for being here. All right. So, Meg, what was our show about again tonight?
We are talking about, anyone's sexual encounters that they got caught in or caught somebody in. So if anybody, we're going to share stories of that.
Yeah. Or what if you caught somebody?
Yeah.
I call
Yeah.
I recently caught a squirrel and a rat. I'm serious. I was
Hey, Montana.
it was after the
She's
camp
such an
out.
asshole.
After the camp out, and I was in the city, and I'm sitting there having a bone ski outside, and it was cold as shit out, just like it is today. And this rat was pile driving this bird or squirrel. I'm sorry, it might have been a
Squirrel.
fucking bird. And let me tell you something. was pretty impressed. I was
It's one of
concerned
those
though when he
things
came
you
up and
can't
asked me
look
for
away.
a cigarette. He asked me for afterwards. That was my concern. I was like, oh my god, you talk.
Let me get a drag.
Bit of a Splinter.
He's like, "You doing pizza after?"
Oh, damn, we can't play it on here. But he said Splinter. We could.
I know.
The turtles with the dicks.
Oh god.
With the dicks.
There's this thing on YouTube, or I don't know if it's like it's scientifically
It's not.
accurate.
No, it's not great. It fucks you up.
It's fucking funny.
It's fucking bad.
I'll show it to you after,
So-
since
so-
we've already spoke about
You
it.
can't think it's great. It's the Ninja Turtles. It kills your childhood.
It did not. I'm perfectly living fine.
I don't know.
I
every
sleep at
time
night. I sleep
He
great.
said Splinter, and I thought
That's
Dicks
who
on a
I think
turtle.
it was. I think it was
That-
Splinter.
I thought a dick's on a turtle. man.
Master
Just
Splinter.
so-
I'm
so-
sorry. I should give him his due diligence. He is a master Splinter.
So, did anybody here catch their parents?
Yeah,
I never saw. Heard.
yeah, I heard.
I
It was crazy because you would have thought my mom had her period 3 times a month.
Oh,
I guess she was really trying to avoid Papa Bear over there.
I
But
never,
yeah,
Well, after all those children, I would probably do it too.
yeah, take a break
I've
sometimes.
never caught, but it made me realize years later, it was my Sweet 16 at my parents' house, obviously, and my mom went upstairs to go hang out with my dad, so me and my friends can hang out. And then the pizza guy came, like, I don't know, an hour later, and my mom comes down the steps with like this bruise that was atrocious all over,
damn.
all over her neck, all over her neck. And I'm just like, "Jeez, mom!" I was like, "You and
Don't
Daddy
kink shame her.
and I'm 16, and I probably should have known better, but
How-
no.
How
I was
old's
like,
Mom?
Mom, you and
It's not,
Daddy need
it's
to
not the
stop
first place you
wrestling."
go with your parents.
No, I was like, you guys need to stop wrestling. And she's like,
Wrestling.
yeah. And seriously, I think I was like 21 years old. I was talking about it, and I'm like, holy crap, those weren't bruises.
You learn a lot when you get
I
older.
I was like, and it was my
Jesus.
sweet. I had people downstairs. And you and Daddy were going at it.
Good for
Thanks.
your mom being quiet though.
I know.
Good for her.
But like, I want a 6, so I mean, we have to figure it out eventually.
Jesus.
Well, now you know. The more you know.
Mm-hmm.
For your health.
I hope she doesn't watch this. She'll be so embarrassed.
Oh, God. Nobody else caught their parents.
I just
Just
heard.
heard them. One day I used to get my brother like tortured me when I was little. He used to have knives, all kinds of ridiculous shit. Oh, at one point we used to play beach because we didn't have phones and shit when I was little.
Play beach.
Yeah,
Beach.
like you lay out
Fuck
your
is that?
tail and you lay
Beach.
out like
The
like,
house.
Called an
I get.
imagination.
I'm sorry, I'm
Me
old. I didn't have phones and things. Or AOL. I didn't have AOL till I was like in high school.
We played robbers.
Okay,
Oh well, that was a classic.
Just
or
robbers.
Freedom,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Manhunt.
same.
Robbers and ninjas.
But
keep it going.
ninjas.
Now I'm thinking.
Damn
Wow,
it. Is it
Frankie,
because of
nice
your
to meet
arm
you.
again? It's her arm tattoo again. So anyway, I used to get my brother tortured me. Anyway, I was at my friend Mary's house, a girl I grew up with, and I used to, instead of having to get up at like 6 a.m. to walk down her house in the morning for them to watch me, since I couldn't be home alone with him, I would sleep over their house every night. Well, who remembers Clover, the store?
oh, the story.
Yeah,
I
I've
do.
heard,
I
I've heard of
remember.
it. Yeah, that was
I
back when
remember.
Titanic was around.
So
I
we
believe.
were, yeah, maybe. Fuck you.
Fair guy.
Oh wow.
I'm joking. But
I don't know.
so anyway, I wanted to go to Clover the next day, and I was like, oh, I need money. Let me run home. So I went home, opened the door, and their doors cracked a little bit, and I like pushed open the door. I don't really know what I saw, but I kind of just shut the door and was like, I just wanted money for Clover.
So what did you see?
I
Take us back.
don't. I don't. I didn't see they were just in a compromising position, more or less. I didn't physically see any
Anything. Was
Was
action.
your mom on all fours?
No.
That's
It
funny.
was
Like,
Dad setting up.
were they airborne?
He was Superman in that.
Everybody, like in the movies, you see like sex scenes and they're like under the covers and it's like over. Like, has anybody actually ever had sex? Like, let's put the blanket over us now.
Only
come on.
if it's cold.
If it's cold, yes. And
Only.
Montana, they told me to borrow the money from her parents, and they would pay.
Take a check
I was just like, okay, and then we never spoke of it again.
until now.
Yes. Well, really definitely.
Now that you're talking about that, me and my girlfriends were cutting. We were in 8th grade. and we were cutting school, and we would hide at our friend's house because her parents worked, never were home. But this time, her dad decided to come home from lunch, so we all ran upstairs in the basement, and this is in Mayfair, and she had like this couch and the TV and whatnot, and I hide underneath the couch, and they like hide in like the bathroom and the closet and whatnot, and before her dad came there, she's like, "Oh shit," and she knew this. She's like, "Sometimes my dad likes to watch porn when he comes home for lunch," and I'm like, "What?"
Oh,
And I'm thinking like, okay, maybe in the living room. Nope, came right down, sat on the couch that I was underneath, and proceeded to watch porn and do his due diligence.
you never moved.
Was it a long process, or
no,
did he like really get into it? Like,
Yeah, it was
How long
it
did
was
it
sort of
take him?
making a picture. About 15 minutes, we had like a half-hour lunch.
So he
but
was
no,
at
we
it for
didn't-
15, 20 minutes. That's
well, I don't
impressive.
Yeah, that's a
from
long
what
time.
He
It's
had
a
to like
long
he had to
time.
start his.
I can't.
Listen, this is VHS, so he had to start it. And then he
Oh,
had, like,
wow.
Yeah, like fast forward.
VHS porno. I can't even get out of like the I don't even know if the stepson and stepmother have a connection yet. I'm already done. So
Yeah.
15 minutes is pretty
And
impressive.
like, yeah,
I,
was
I don't
small,
even know.
But I was 13, 14 years old. So
Oh my
of course we didn't move. I was more worried about freaking getting in trouble for cutting than catching her dad whacking it off.
Oh my God. That's a fucking
sounds like a pickle.
sight.
So yeah, and then he
And
left.
he doesn't know you're there.
No, had no idea. And, never know, we didn't get off, and we had a really great day for the rest of the day.
You know what though? If you did and he
I
caught
may
you, be
have-
like,
I
if he said like you were supposed to be at school, be like, but you were just whacking off on top of
Yeah, I
me.
watched it.
You could have probably got some money for Clover. If you
Yeah.
would have played the card.
Listen, Clover was awesome.
Clover was the
Okay.
bomb.
What
Clover was
store-
like
what
the
did they sell there?
Walmart. It was like
Walmart?
Walmart / Woolworth, which you probably don't remember at all.
see, I'm one of those
Clover
people who
dollars.
would literally think about that like every once in a not like once in a blue moon it would pop in my head. Like my friend's dad jerked off in front of me.
I know.
Haven't
Like,
seen-
Oh,
I'm
I
scarred
got a
from
story.
life.
I got
I
a story
haven't
about
seen
that.
her since middle school, but every now and then she pops up on my Facebook, like,
Like, I think of your dad's dick.
I'm like, oh my god, that one time,
I remember one time I was a young lad, and we were down on vacation at the old Wildwood, and I went. And the crazy thing is, I went to the wrong room. Like I knew it wasn't my room, so I went to the wrong room, and I decided to lay in the bed, and the old "Hey, how's your father doing?" And then all of a sudden, here comes my sister and says, "Frankie," and I close the door, and I'm like, "Oh shit!" I got caught. I look around, not there. It's in my fucking room.
Oh my God.
It happens in business.
You got any stories, Meg?
That was my best relationship.
I don't know. I've never been like, I get nervous. Like if I am like watching porn, I'm like scared I'm gonna get walked in on, but like that's about it. But one of the guys that I work with, I guess his wife was giving him like sex a lot or whatever. And it's probably like 2 weeks at me into knowing him, and he's spilling this story. And he's like, yeah, my wife caught me jerking off. I'm like, that
That's happened
sucks.
to me.
I'm like, that sucks. Like, what'd you do? And he's like,
Jerking off.
I'm like,
I finished,
like,
and then we had
yeah.
to
I was
talk.
like, how did you like what happened? And he's like, oh, well, she didn't give me any. He goes in this elaborate story like, oh, I had a seashell and I put like cucumber fucking lotion in it. That's what I used on the
Yo,
next to
cucumber
me.
melon?
Yeah, I have no idea, bro. That's what I said.
Is that the Body Works?
I'm like, I have no idea.
seashell?
Everybody
He
used
used
the
a
whole. Yeah,
He's up
Wait.
He's using the seashell of the cup.
yes.
And
That,
then-
so he came in the
So he
seashell?
came in a conch.
Just play beach. So he's
the lotion.
It puts the lotion.
oh, so
It puts the lotion on the conch shell.
So instead of like putting lotion in his hand,
Comes in a seashell.
he's talking about man by the
I
water.
bet you he really regrets telling you that story.
He's like a regular bowl. Where the hell does seashell come from?
Just no idea.
Does his wife have like?
So wait,
I'm
I'm just thinking of the other side of the story where the wife said, I walked in and my husband was looking off into a seashell.
right there.
Where did he get that from?
The ocean.
He has a lip in it. He used that as a cup. Instead of having a pump.
Yeah, it was like
Oh.
it was
He
a,
said
it was a
I'm already-
lotion cup.
He said, "I'm already doing one pump. I don't need to do another."
Oh my
He didn't
god!
want to strain
Now I'm
his
sorry.
muscle.
Can we get him live on air?
I could probably call him right now. It makes me into know it. I was spilling the story. I'm like, oh.
I've had a lot of people. I do
Yeah,
like
I was gonna say,
a lot of volunteer shit.
Is this part of the OSHA training?
So,
Yeah,
like-
I'm like,
I like talking to people is like always like my thing, like especially what I do like for charity and shit like that. So like not to get too crazy with it, but like I've been volunteering for the suicide hotline for this 20 years. So talking to people is something that I can do, and people will open up rather quickly, which is okay with me. But then when you get stories like this, it's like I'm just like talking about mental health, man. You're trying to like jerk off in like a little cup here. Like, I'm not sure where we're going with this.
I don't think we're on the same page.
Yes,
You might wanna call
we're,
Dr. Pepper.
we're not, and I swear when we,
On a-
I mean, so I do have another story of so yeah, this is all me. I smacked Steve's balls one time. It was just playful. Like
Never-
Let's
it's
ask
never
him.
been-
anyway, it was
Probably
not
love
just
it.
calm down.
probably love.
So like a couple like 2 seconds later, my daughter came to the door and said, "Mom, who's clapping?"
Man,
That's a lot of pop, dude.
yeah, that's a wild
Is,
vibe.
is he in a wheelchair at this point?
So just to be fair, my bedroom is on the first floor right next to the living room, and she was just walking by the door, and I smacked them like skin on skin, and it was like
Was this during the act, or did you just have a ball tap your husband?
I just both. It was both.
Now I'm confused.
It was before. It was the pregame.
So that's your foreplay. All right,
I
Steve,
guess.
here we go.
It's not like I just sit there and smack the shit out of
Glove,
him.
glove or no glove?
Look, I did it like a wrestling clap, so it just sounded
She
loud.
did a job.
I chopped them.
This was foreplay. That's hilarious. We probably didn't fucking think it was foreplay.
No, our daughter thought it was clapping. They thought they were watching.
I was like, oh, Daddy did something cool.
Can I see a trick?
Daddy's watching the game. Let's do
Yeah,
it.
but if I said that, they'd be like, what?
He saw his
Oh.
balls and decided to
Yeah. No locker room for. Well, moving on.
I've never had somebody physically walk in on me though.
I'd never have either.
I had
I have.
like during or anything, but I did have I remember the first time I slept at Steve's house, I just fell asleep there, and I'm like, Dad's not gonna come in here, right? And like, yeah, Dad just bust open the door, like, and I'm just laying there like, fuck my
That's why I always have one of those fake glasses and mustache. But then when I take it off, it's actually still my face. So it's like Frank, it's still you. It's like, oh fuck.
Terrible skit. So you've been walking on.
Oh yeah. Oh god. I've been walked in on from the. All right. So here we go. I'll start off with this story. Let's take it back. Let's all hold hands and take it back.
Take us back 20 years
So
ago.
when I was
Taking it back.
when I was with my one ex, and ironically, she was actually with my show, my crazy exes. I just started the second season, and I'm focusing on actually the title. She's not crazy, but she came on my show, and we did like a live interview. Like it was incredible.
cool.
We lived together, so we were going at it, and all of a sudden you hear this son in the next room. What are you doing with my mommy? And I was like, I'm not go to bed. I'm not hurting her. And she's fucking screaming. and
Shut
I'm
up, you'll see your mother in the morning.
Yeah, get up, I'll take it out on your mother. But yeah, that was whenever we see the kids' voice, it's like, oh man, it kind of takes you out the game.
I would totally be done.
Yeah, it takes you out the game, and
No fun.
I'm pretty sure that was the end of that. And,
Yeah.
well-
Yeah.
I mean, when the young one gets involved and they're questioning what you're doing to their mother, listen, I'm a kid of trauma. We don't need to start that shit with them.
I've heard stories of like how when kids sleep like on their parents' like floor or whatever, like because they can't fit in bed, they just don't want to sleep in
That
their
was
bed.
me.
Yeah. I've done
so
that plenty of
I've
times.
heard
I've heard-
stories
yep.
of the parents like fucking each other while the kids are on the floor.
I've been through that. I've been through that.
You not a
Actually-
parent if you haven't done that.
Yeah.
I
Ironically,
only did that when they were like
Kids,
a
so I don't
baby.
Yeah,
little.
like
Yeah.
baby, where they look up and be like, "What?"
I've heard stories of like where the kid's like 10.
Yeah, I think I
Like-
might have been younger. So ironically, I was outside talking to the lady, and she's from my neighborhood where I used to live at. I used to live on Preston Street. That's where we were living at. I think that we moved like 2 days later. So I was hearing that, and I had a bunch of sisters. They were like laid up like fucking, all laid up like it's Aunt Frank on like fucking death. And all of a sudden we start hearing the
They
noises.
probably hated you because you had your own room, didn't you?
There was no own room. No, there was too many of us. And we were all on the floor, and then we started hearing it, and I'm awake, because I don't fucking sleep, and I'm just like, oh, what that is, and I'm like a little, young lad. We ended up moving, thank God, because that house would turn out to be the fucking Amityville horror house. And we didn't do that anymore.
I don't know,
You're
man.
such a
I don't know.
lad.
I had enough
I
trouble
love
with
it.
my brother, let alone the 8 in your family. My sister-in-law is 9. They got 9, and that's all hers.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
the second oldest, so like my mom,
She is
Her
the
vagina's gotta be
oldest.
my
huge.
mom was married to my
You're not
so
right.
my dad had
She's so skinny.
my older sister and then me, and then she just separated. The next one, and the next one, and the next one, next one. And,
Lots of ones.
Yeah, and then obviously I have sisters like from my
all
mother's
those
side, so-
times, and they still didn't get caught.
Well, not all
Listen,
full sisters. Like some are my marriage, and some are. I mean, you could be my sister. Who fucking knows?
I bet,
I doubt
if
it.
I asked my older sisters, they probably have more stories than I do because, like, there's 6 of us. I have 3 older sisters and a brother. My oldest
And you
sister.
didn't call them to prepare
40
for this.
I wasn't even thinking about it. I wasn't
Listen,
even.
tell me all the
Like,
times, Mommy
did you ever
got
see?
fucked.
Yes. Did you ever see
My older
bruises on
sister-
Dad's neck or
My
Mom's
mom-
neck?
My sister Jane probably would have the most. My sister Nicole would be like, "What are you calling me for back?" And then my sister Michelle, well, she's somewhere else, like a crackhead somewhere. So
Okay, well, that leaves that out.
This went dark.
Who's a crackhead?
Everybody in Philly.
Someone.
everybody, but yeah, but like talking about like I shared a room with 3 other girls, and then my niece and
Sounds like college.
my brothers had their own room, and like they had the biggest room, of course, because 2 boys should have the biggest room.
I was like Harry Potter on the stairs.
Well, this is on Cottage Street too, so like
Yeah,
my
if-
room super small. In Frankfurt.
Small bedroom. I would take out of the stairs if I was by myself.
Hell yeah.
Hey, Gwen.
I myself, exactly. But I don't really like because my parents were getting old at that point by the time they had it. By the time I was old enough for them, other than freaking icky bullshit.
Yeah. My parents are pretty young. My dad, so my mom had 3 of us by the time she was 20. So my mom I'm 33. My mom is in her early 50s. Yeah, yeah.
My mom was getting it in at a young age.
Yeah, she was 4 when she lost her.
Oh,
4.
she's in like that Ripley's, right?
She could be. I'm just not sure what the record is actually.
So I have 2 really embarrassing stories where, my boobs, people. I accidentally, for work, I was taking pictures, and like I had my Christmas picture, and I went to send it out to my coworkers. It's so fucked up, but so when I took the picture, I screenshotted it, and they have the like little pics at the bottom. Yeah, there was a picture in there of my boobs that I sent to all my male coworkers,
Love it.
and they
Nice.
showed me it.
I'm sure they loved it too.
It's in their spank bank now.
That's,
So
yeah,
that
yeah.
was
That's-
fun.
Yeah, like
That was like a hard pill to swallow, and to sit there and be like, "Fuck, I'm gonna be around you all the time, and
It's like
you
6
know what my boobs look
6 years later, what's Manny's
that's-
tits
yeah,
doing?
yeah.
like."
That's a put the head down.
Oh, it's Christmas time.
Yeah.
The
Ho,
other
ho, ho. Season's greetings.
fuck it, whatever. Nothing I can do about it now.
Do you
There's
still work with them?
So yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
that's even better.
that's
this was
incredible.
recent.
What?
This
It was
was
like last Christmas.
like couple Christmas.
Christmas.
So
It's such a
I
giving
seem to
holiday.
fuck around at Christmas and fuck up or something. I don't know, but
Oh my-
there's something that reminded me in the car. When I was younger, I had bought a video camera, and every time we go down the shore, I was like filming everything,
Yo, mom.
parties, all kinds of stuff. Well, I remember I flashed my boyfriend at the time on the camera, like on the video, and like months later, my friend's like, "Oh, you got the video of us at the party." Well, I forgot I did this.
My friend commented.
Last Christmas, I showed you my tits.
Steve, I think you should show us some now.
So, but yeah. So anyway, we're in an entire group of guys watching a video where I see it coming and I ran. Yeah, I didn't get there in time.
Dive there.
Yeah, I died a little bit that day, and I was like, "Oh, all right, well, I think I'm gonna go."
So what are you showing this Christmas?
Listen, I know a great photographer if you want to do like a full
Hey,
shoot.
dick.
All right, very reasonable.
I'm not. Listen, it's not just me. Dom has seen Steve's dick because Steve sends me dick pics
You know,
constantly.
I saw Steve's dick.
And it's always, and her husband saw it because I had to turn the preview off. I had to turn the preview off.
With the JPEG file.
Wait, because it would like
Frank
they'd
wants
be,
to
I'd be
do the
showing them
preview.
something, and there's boom, and you see the preview. So I turned the preview off, so we're good now.
I'm the worst with show
I'm
photos.
fairly certain this was before Matt officially met Steve.
No, he did meet him in
He did
person.
meet him in person.
Yeah.
Okay, so
How
and
funny
then
would
he
that
saw his
be?
penis.
You meet someone's dick first.
I'm a dick
We
first.
were looking at something. She was
Hey,
showing
I'm
us something,
Steve.
and-
Yeah, I seen your dick already.
Yeah, we can hug now, bro. We're
Yeah.
past the fucking handshake.
Dude, you're wearing the gray sweatpants. I see.
But he's done it before.
Thank you. I put them on for you.
Me too.
That was fucking great. He's done other shits
feel
before,
so
like
cool.
your digital camera. He'd take a picture of that, and like you know, I'm later on like showing pictures of my friends, and I'm like, oh, there's Steve's dick. Sorry. He would take Polaroids and put them in my purse.
Polaroids?
Yeah, and put it in my purse.
So like you were doing the you'll wait.
Yeah, so that I would walk around with his dick in my bag.
Literally.
And look, he even wrote "Don't forget the Polaroids."
Oh yeah. Holy shit, Steve. I'll show you your dick.
Like, yeah, like parents will like make a little your kid's lunchbox. He just throws a dick there.
Yeah, here's a dick
I'm
pic.
gonna add Steve
Have a
on
good day,
Facebook.
sweetie.
I'm gonna add you on
You have a
Facebook,
good
bro.
day first. This is what your lunch will be later. You're hungry.
Oh my god!
Yeah, instead of a note, you got a Polaroid,
Got
huh?
this Twinkie.
Oh my god!
What's the
it's
difference
just-
between a banana and this
Wait.
picture?
One
Nothing.
day I was at the softball lottery and he texted me a picture of it and we were doing Quizzo and I was like, oh no, and I was like, fucking seriously, and I just like, you know, put my phone down. Well, fucking Jen Geller picks it up. She's looking at it. I turn and look. Her and her sister are now looking at it. I'm like, give me my phone, dude. And then like, I just turned. I'm like, this is too much.
So I just I had Steve on Facebook,
Oh my
and I just had Steve on Facebook, and I have a
Are you
question.
hoping for a dick pic?
No, I'm hoping to know the story. Is this something to pick? I'm hoping to know the story of what the hell happened to this
He really
truck
doesn't want
that's rolled over on the rock.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, he likes going rock rolling.
I was
I
gonna
can
say,
tell.
you see picture. He went what 2 weeks ago? or
That's
last
his
week?
true
I
love.
forget.
Yeah,
Not me. No, I'm kidding.
can't wait to meet him.
It doesn't even look like we're together.
They don't seem
He
to
said
know.
I'll accept. But yeah.
Funny as shit.
Anybody got anything before I share my most embarrassing story?
We could just, we have a story. So I was with an ex. I was probably about 17, 18 years old, and when we were hanging out with our friends, when we went to go
Mhm.
have sex, she would say we were going to grandma's house, and which is a really
It was
random.
like grandma's boy.
Yeah, no pun intended. So we were going to grandma's house, and grandma's house was actually Linden Avenue at the river, not Maggie side,
Nice.
not Maggie side. Where people got to do their food.
Oh, no,
What,
that's,
like,
I know
You know what I'm talking
Farther?
about?
Farther?
The other side, where the playground is.
I know.
Yeah.
I know that place.
Wait a minute, I lied.
Like the fish hatchery.
It actually, I lied. It was the Tita Watson, where
That's
Tita
what I was
Watson
gonna
is.
say.
Yeah, we were down there, and we're tussling around, not in the sheets because we're in the back of the car, and all of a
Mhm.
sudden, here they come. There's the flashlight,
Oh my god.
and
Oh.
we're pretty young, and she didn't obviously didn't what her dad called, so they said, "What are you guys doing down?" And, obviously we know what the fuck we're doing. I'm like, "What do you think, dude? We're down here playing cards. Come on now." And they asked her, "Do you want to be here?" And I'm like, "Do you want to be here?" And
Like I know I do.
yeah, like I said, it looked like you wanted to be here just a couple of minutes ago. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not sure if things changed now. and that was kind of that, but that was kind of nerve wracking. And then it happened again. And we were like,
The same
uh,
place,
here
and you
we,
got caught again.
here we go again.
They-
And
He
they,
just wanted to see her
They
ass.
and they come pulling up.
He
And,
might have just wanted to see your dick.
Shit.
I'm getting there. So it wasn't the same time.
That does
It wasn't
not
the same.
invite dick
It wasn't the same day. It was a couple of weeks ago. And here comes the flashlight. We're sitting in front. Yeah, get in the front seat.
How old are you?
33.
And you're having sex in a car at 33?
No, I said I was 17.
I thought you just said a couple weeks ago.
A couple of weeks later.
Ah, okay. I was like, God damn, man, I'll get you a bed. Come on.
Having sex in a car is fun.
Yeah. No, it's not because I'm
Depends
you're
on
up
what
there
you
now.
had.
This one's not for nothing. You are a little shorter, and so are you. So it might be a little more easier when you're 5'10" and taller. No,
Well,
it's
well
not.
said, well said. So it was the
have
same
no-
cop
I
that
have
came 2
no
weeks later.
legroom.
The same police officer came 2 weeks later, and he's like, "You're not
The windows
serious,
are
are you?"
I'm not that sure.
The windows
Please.
are down.
No, it's okay. Everybody just told me to go fuck myself.
I didn't say anything.
Go fuck
Yeah,
yourself.
For the once I
So
didn't.
2 weeks. So 2 weeks later, the same cop came and was the same person, hopefully. And that was my outside cop story. That was nerve wracking.
That's creepy.
Not for me. It was more or less for like her because I know like the daughter.
I can't believe she went back and did it there
Well, maybe-
again.
well, that's what
I
they're
would have
left.
done it more visibly. I'd have
Everybody
been like,
did
fuck
it.
me on the top of the car.
At least so we
Somebody
can see them
else.
coming.
Yeah, fuck
No pun
Fuck me on
intended.
the
I don't know. I've
I-
safely had sex at the Pizza Watson and the other one with no problem at
That-
all.
Same. I've never been called down there.
Actually, twice at the one. One was during the day.
I have.
During the day.
Yeah.
I did the during the day a couple times.
I think
I feel like
it was in a
you're gonna
car.
get less cut. You're gonna get less. No one's expecting you to be sitting there and having sex.
hot
You're all just sitting
windows,
there
tight
I'm
walking up
always
and down
thinking
the
about that. If I see a car just parked, either they're selling or doing drugs, smoking pot or whatever, or they're having sex.
road.
And you know what?
Having
It's just
sex-
sheer
I'm a pho-
jealousy
and
when
I'm a
you're watching that
photographer.
car, aren't you?
And I'm a photographer, so I pull out the lens and I go in the club. I'm like, let me see if I can get a couple shots.
having sex with
Let's
they're not
see how I can
Especially
get
when
arrested
they're
for stalking.
Or you better hope they're not
My
minors.
immediate
I
reaction was like,
know.
oh, they're doing drugs.
It's just like he's sitting on the ground like trying to aim the camera up.
She had a 2-door Chevy Cavalier.
Jesus.
Oh, everybody had
And it was red.
Oh, my
Oh
I
god.
don't know.
Oh god.
God. Wait, was it
Let's talk. Let's lock eyes here.
Oh,
Jesus
God. Is his
Christ.
bedroom
This was a
eyes?
while ago now. Come on.
Is it when you were 7? How old are you? 33? And it was a 2-door red
Chevy Cavalier.
Chevy Cavalier. Was it a brunette
Yes, it
with
was.
bangs?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yes, it was.
Did you go to Hubert's?
Hobart.
Not Hubert's. Nazareth.
Oh, okay, I was about to say.
Oh,
Baby.
shit.
You got
Close.
2 out of 3
I was
there.
close.
Hold on, I just caught up to the
Yeah.
conversation. Were you guys just gonna find out you guys had sex? With
That would be fucking stupid.
I went to LinkedIn. Did you see that judge?
Yeah, well, the thing is, I had the Groucho Marx face on, so she didn't.
No, I just.
We should have all wore
Why?
high school
What-
shirts.
what
Where
am
did you go, Meg?
Hubert's.
After school. Well, there we go.
Lincoln.
Ryan?
Brian Lincoln. Right on.
Like, I'm sorry. I would have went to Hubert's, but that was a longer bus ride.
No, but
I
one of
don't
my
know
high
why I
school
say Hubert's.
friends.
I have no idea.
We
Was
were
a brunette.
close.
Because you like pussy.
I'm still curious on who it is now.
I'm sorry, like, not like.
Red, 2-door red
I'm
Cavalier.
still
She's like,
curious
wait a
on
minute.
who it is.
My 2 best friends had a red Cavalier. The other one had a black 2-door Cavalier. And it was like,
My
and there's
friends are
not
too
many
old.
in Macon. So
I actually wanted to get her to come on my show. When I was bringing on the exes for the interviews and stuff like that. She's married now with 2 kids. Although she did say that besides her husband, I was not. I'm coming on a couple of my exes. I'm not mad about that.
Better than being
I've never
number
been
2.
down to Linden, but as a teenager, down by Daydreams.
Oh,
It's a dead
okay.
end,
Yeah.
And
Well,
Well,
Yeah,
that
that's
could
where
be
we were going at it.
expected. I
We
actually.
were going at it. Oh, but here's the thing. There was another car that we didn't even send behind us. And we saw a teenager with a cop car. And we're losing our shit because at the time, my oldest brother was also the head bouncer
Word.
at Daydreams. And the cop car brings the head bouncer out to go.
No,
check.
that would be
And
funny.
I'm like, holy crap, holy crap. And my brother's really big and he would have been murdered. Like, he was, I was terrified. And they come walking towards us, and I'm like, we're so screwed. And then they're like, real quick left and go to a car that was behind us that we didn't even say. And my brother had to check to see if it was one of the dancers. And I was like, go, drive. He said, my parents already moved. I was like, I don't care, drive now. Go,
Like,
go,
fucking
go.
go.
We can put them back on when we. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I was terrified. Thank God it was good.
I'm
They were
sorry,
behind us.
Joshua.
Yeah,
Actual stripper behind us.
I've had sex in a car plenty of times. I just never got caught.
Yeah.
So,
All right, here's a
Like,
good
that
one.
was
What's
the
the worst
closest.
place you've had sex?
The worst place.
I've had sex in a movie.
I went down. I went down on a girl in a movie theater.
How was that the worst place?
My boy
It's
Josh
dirty
Platt
as shit.
got your
Oh.
little plug.
Yeah.
It's
What's
dirty
up,
as shit in a
Josh?
movie theater.
He said he can't understand.
Yeah. I'm about the host here. I can't. I
We're
usually do
trying.
the finger rule, where I just put the finger up and like get called on.
It's hard. It's like,
it's my finger roll.
Yeah. Oh.
we're
Crazy.
trying. I'm
But-
sorry, buddy.
Yeah, Josh, relax, pal.
It's okay. Not everybody likes me.
What do you mean? Nobody said I didn't like you.
I was
I take it
joking.
personal. We're talking about sex here. Jesus Christ. Craziest place I
I'm joking.
Hey, are we talking craziest or worst?
No, he said worst.
But how's the
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
worse. Like probably on call.
Dirty as hell.
If we're
At
gonna
the
go
back of a Volkswagen.
dirtiest, I have like this thing with bar bathrooms.
I used to bartend at the Sheffield Tavern.
Oh my god, seriously?
Yo,
Yeah, no,
today
I've
was the
never-
day
I
it closed
just
down.
turned
Today was the
21.
day it closed down
Really?
officially. Yeah,
I thought it's been closed.
it has been, but today's the anniversary. R.I.P.
That bar was fucking terrible.
I worked there for like some great years though.
But
Yeah.
I do have a
Everybody
thing
did.
for bar bathrooms. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I
It's
don't-
just
Family basketball.
Oh, full family style. Yeah,
And
the power.
Typically during Black Friday, night shopping,
how's it work? For me, it's like I can walk in the ladies' room and no one's questioning. How the fuck do you get Matt or anybody in the fucking women's bathroom?
the family.
Oh,
It's like super big.
Yeah, it's got
It's
the power lift.
super-
Okay.
At the mall.
I wanted
Usually there's
The old
family
seventh inning stretch.
I almost recently
upstairs.
did it
Not
in
like
the
public.
in the bathroom in Phillies game in the family restroom.
It's worth it because it's a lot cleaner. But the game
trying
was
to
The game was so exciting. I'm like, come on, Sarah, get out! Come on.
So Meg, no, this is just an honest question. Just gotta ask.
Okay.
So do you bring a dildo with you? Okay. I'm just asking. I'm just wondering.
I'm not one of those lesbians who carry around a backpack all day.
Because you're like, yeah, let's go fuck. And
She,
I'm just
she,
like,
she has a
okay.
hat that she puts on. It just has a big.
She's like,
a coat hat.
already equipped with them.
She's,
Go,
always
go,
wearing, she's
gadget.
already wearing the strap. That's where the gray sweatpants come from.
Yes. I'm not gonna lie. One of the guys at work like joked around that because I always tell the guys at my work, I'm like, I gotta suck my dick or whatever, eat my dick, whatever.
I've said that.
And they're like cracking up, and the one guy's like, "Yeah, you should totally wear a fucking strap on to work one day. Just whip it out."
Where do you work? Where do you work?
I'm
Well,
not gonna say.
I
where
got you. I got you. I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
I thought of that immediately.
Because
Where would I
my
ask?
luck, the minute I say it, like the fucking company, it's like
Are you kidding me?
Dun, dun, dun.
Joe, my boss with the Flyers is definitely calling me after this.
yeah, mine will fucking be like, "Oh, what'd you say? You said that? Oh, you're fired."
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I have
yeah,
to
yeah.
watch. I have to watch. I make sure I don't post shit on Facebook that
Oh,
like has
yeah.
anything to do with it. It's bad.
I'm with
Well,
you.
just go in the store. Nobody cares
Yeah.
about your
So
life.
he's walking in, but walking in with a dildo should be
But,
totally
yeah,
fine.
so he's like, "Yeah, just walk in, fucking put it right on the table, suck my dick." I'm like,
I've seen somebody do
That'd
that
be
like
great.
in a group, like a photo, like the school photos that they used to take. This kid
Yeah.
that was in my neighborhood, he was a bad egg. He's doing good now though, but he literally put his dick on this girl's shoulder.
Oh my god.
awesome.
I was like,
I would totally.
so you
do
go
that
back to the
work.
class photo, and all of a sudden you just see this girl with this dick
That
on her
poor girl.
shoulder.
That poor
She was
girl.
probably terrible.
I don't think she's doing well.
That's
like a-
scarred.
I would probably look over my shoulder and be like, "God."
Holy hell!
For the rest of my life.
Yeah, PTSD. Like somebody comes up to you. Oh, hey,
Like that was my angel side.
You could have went on this side, you asshole.
that's my angel. Turns around. Oh,
You cannot touch my shoulders. Or it ends up being like one of your weird kinks, like put your dick on my shoulder. Come on.
yeah. It turns out that you like
Oh,
love it.
that brings back memories.
Yeah. Oh, sixth grade.
Do it again.
Listen, this is really weird. I know we just met, but do you mind putting your dick on my shoulder?
If I'm sitting watching TV, just come up.
Yeah.
Just lay it there.
Hold on a
See
second.
what
Let me get something to drink.
Sometimes could you have it like make it look like a snake?
Hey.
Like a
Like a thing. That is one of the best pretty. Just a little mouth.
Jesus. Now when I look at my shoulder, I'm gonna think of a dick, and it didn't even happen to me. Terrible.
So I this,
Props on the little snake plug. by the way.
speaking of dildos, this girl that used to live with me, I went with her and we bought stuff or whatever. We bought. So I came home one day.
Clover.
No, it wasn't at Clover. It was at some head shop.
It's in the back of
It was like Fantasy Island or something. Yeah, I don't remember which one it
Go
was.
upstairs and some mannequin with a bondage
Anyway,
outfit on.
all right. So there
No,
was.
Megan. You brought the white one.
It was actually tie dye.
What? I want. I gotta go shopping.
So anyway, a dildo was purchased that was tie dye, and like a week or so later, I was going to a concert and I was meeting my friend out front, and I was sitting out front smoking a cigarette. I'm just waiting. You know, I haven't even gone to my house yet. I just figured I'd wait. And we'd go. He gets there and he's like, "All right, can I use your bathroom real quick?" So I opened the door. My dog tore up like the whole house. So I was like, "You just give me a minute." Like, so I go and I'm trying to clean up, and I look over and my dog is gnawing on my roommate there. Her dildo. Yes, and it was back when they had the chirp phones.
Oh, that's so.
So I was like
It's all about it.
chirping her. I'm like, "Hey, blah blah blah." Am I on silent?
Yeah.
Because I threw that shit away. It was in the dog's mouth.
How long did you have it?
It was hers.
Did she,
It was like a
just get
week. It was like a week old.
it? For seeing it.
I don't-
I bought this.
Dude, it had teeth marks in it.
I bought this like this.
So, like,
Listen.
you don't take used products.
Yes.
Some other.
I don't know if it was used or not.
Oh,
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how soon
It's
people use a new
it's
toy.
all
Like,
place.
some people are different than others. Like, they go, like,
and making sure she didn't do it again after
some
the
people
job.
will go home and play with themselves like that.
Well,
Anybody
the
know?
ridges-
And
the
not,
ridges
and not
in it.
invite somebody else. That's so rude.
I don't know who we're talking
So
about, but
rude.
Neither do I.
Recently, that toy was used for something else, like that, just for an actual massage. It was fucking weird.
okay.
Yeah.
Right then. All right. But what was I
Okay.
saying?
And now
Just
that's
threw
our
me off.
sponsor.
Toys and massage.
The dog chewing it up.
Oh, so I just threw it out and I just told her to, I was like, chirping her. I'm like, "Hey, you know, am I on silent?" She's like, "I'm alone." I'm like, "No, like alone."
Alone.
She's like, "It's fine." I was like, "Dog, get your dildo." And she was like, she was on the L.
That is the opposite of alone.
I
by
was
the
like,
way.
"Dude, I
What do you
asked."
mean? What do you mean? What did she mean?
I
when
guess
she
she
said,
just
"I'm
figured
alone"?
I don't give a fuck what anybody else thought of
She's
me.
staying alone. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
No, I was fucking sorry. Listen.
Those Nextels are like quiet. Like you can hear it from like a block away.
Yeah.
But imagine being the person on the L. I guarantee that people probably still tell that story.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
oh, this one day I was riding home from work on the L.
Yeah.
At a church,
Absolutely.
going, the dog ate the dildo.
Yeah.
And, like, that's like their family Thanksgiving funny story every year now.
I
Like,
love
Oh,
that.
especially
God.
those-
Like an old story.
And then one day you run, it's like, oh my God, dildo girl.
Yeah. I wonder
I'm
what she's
heat
up to.
girl.
I wonder what she's up to. Is she talking to her over there?
Does she know heat girl?
Is she shopping Clover?
One of the dogs destroyed hairs, and her grandmom's like, "I'm not touching that." Like it just chewed all up.
Oh, I don't
Speaking of the bus or the L,
Thanks, Grandma.
there was somebody I worked with years ago with the wrestling card that I like showed up and he was like, "There's like a table sitting out." He's like under it. I was like, "Are you all right?" Like, you know, it just was sitting awkward. He's like, "No." I'm like, "What's the matter?" He's like, "Well, I woke up this morning and had no clean underwear, so I went commando."
I do it all the time.
Okay. He's like,
Yeah, that's-
was running late, ran out the door, forgot deodorant. Not happy
well, I
about
don't do
that.
Gotta change it to
Then
Yeah.
Always do that.
I went to go to the bathroom and look down. There's a ginormous hole in my pants. And then I remembered how I was sitting on the bus.
Let it all.
And I just looked at him and I was just like, I'm so sorry.
You might want to call Dr. Pepper.
Wow.
I was at a reunion and I had a pair of pants on, then the button was broken, and like you thought, we'd do the old zipper and it was just fine. No, it wasn't fine. Like, I couldn't. Like, so I had to get like a pin and literally fucking do the old pin bad boy.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Let's give me some safety pins up in this bitch.
Say the
You
answer.
get a tie trick. when you think it's too big, you take your hair tie, wrap it around
The butt broke.
Ooh,
Around-
that's a good idea.
I had to put a
I never
button.
knew that.
around the open part. You do like the little hook thing and have
The
Gives you-
hook and ladder.
little extra space. especially
Ask
for,
a
like,
lady.
Thanksgiving.
Will help.
Yep,
Yeah,
oh,
no, I did. I did.
yeah.
I literally did it actually.
wear
I don't have.
khakis
I
that
got a
are too
button on
big.
there.
Thanks,
You can actually take the safety pin
That's all
and
mad
put it
about
in the
that.
button spot and act like a button and use that.
That
as
I think I did.
Yes, that's right.
They were falling. Like I would. Like I don't know how they were just falling. But then I got a new button on there, so they're back to normal.
Okay.
Now, do you wear your
I'm
pants
glad.
above your waist or around your thigh? like the
You went to Catholic school. I'm sure you wear them.
I wear my clothes like normal. Like up to my waist.
okay.
Like you know what I mean?
I was just checking.
Yeah.
I
Like
didn't know
how
there was a
else do you wear
correct way.
clothes? Like
I don't know. Some people
Guys
have their
wear them
whole
around their
ass
hips
hanging
with
out.
their
I still don't get that. Is that
Crazy.
I don't
why do
know
people
how
do
they
that?
keep their pants on.
It's uncomfortable. It does. I hate when my pants are low rise.
why is
Oh
that
my
a
God.
thing?
It just, like,
I
no
don't
wonder
know.
my sciatics.
Because it's not from other things.
No, not at all. Clearly, it's from my liver.
Yeah, welcome to that Grand Slam. Quick plug.
That Grand Slam.
And
that
the other one.
we call it the Grand Salami.
We're talking about finding dildos and all. My nephew, oh my gosh, older now. He's 20 something years old, but he was I don't know, he'd be like 11 years old, and I was babysitting, and my sister was at work. It was during the day. It was a Saturday morning, and I slept over at her house and slept in her guest room. I was coming out of the guest room, and my nephew was just laying there, kind of like rolling back and forth, with no shirt on, just being a regular 11-year-old boy. But he's like rolling, and I'm like, "What you doing, bud?" He's like, "Oh, using mommy's back massager." Cool, right? Not thinking again anything of it. I went to go get his babysitter. My nephew Kendall was not even a year old, and I come back here and I'm like, and I kind of just see like the tip from his back, and I'm like,
The
"Hey,
tip?
bud, what's that?" And he's like, "I told you, it's mommy's back massager. I found it in a room on the side of the bed, and he picks out this thing, and just all jiggling and everything."
Wait,
And I'm like,
was it black or white?
It was flex mode.
That's for you, Nate.
it was.
Okay.
I don't know.
Cl- it was see-through.
I tried, Nate.
It was a robot deck.
Well, no,
But, like,
the
they
reason why
came
I asked the question is because, I'm thinking like, white wife, white husband. She's like, hey, let's play with this toy.
Get some BBC.
yeah, right.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
pulls out a
Get
black
me a
dildo.
black
Let's
dildo.
see that.
You trying to tell me
Your
something, baby?
girlfriend has a black dildo. I was like, why is that black? Like, what's going on here? You know what I mean?
Or
What do
even
you
vice
really
versa.
wanna do
Like,
that?
what if
What if you got a little
a black woman
black
brought
The best of both worlds.
Like, here, let me give you some of this white chocolate.
Let's change it up today, baby. It's Wednesday.
You won't be able to finish. I might not
I
even be
don't,
able to get
I
it
don't know
in,
about
but
you, but I don't give a shit what color
I
it
don't
is.
care.
Yeah.
No, I was just like, that is not a back massager. And he's like, okay, well here. I was like, nope, you can go put it right back where you found it. And you're like you dropped it right inside.
Was it like a long double-sided one or just a really big,
It
long,
was just a
floppy
really
one?
big floppy one. She had like the little rabbit.
Double-sided one. Has arms and legs.
Dad, have you ever seen them like that big motherfuckers?
Yeah.
And they
Yeah. I use them as a cane,
how
actually.
much do you really like? How much can someone take?
I think it's so
It's
that
like-
you're both can, so you could literally scissor. Scissor.
And watch TV at the same time.
That's not what scissor is there.
I know, but I'm just fucking
I'm
around.
like, wait.
Hey, man.
That's
Man,
fucking,
dumb.
I don't know. That's just weird.
weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I can't.
You
That's
seem like you
some
get
of
you
the-
seem you seem like you're getting visuals here, man.
I am. See,
very
this is
deeply
this is the
disturbed.
problem. I start thinking that this is gonna happen all fucking night. Now I'm not. I'm gonna be thinking of big dildos now. Fuck my life.
Oh my god.
You have to go
Anybody
shop-
other
you
got
have
any
to go
other
shopping.
caught stories? And we can move on from big dildos.
Not a caught story, but another one. I was younger and I found my sister's. Not a caught story,
Oh,
but I
caught
found my
story.
sister's.
They said cut.
That's
Can't
what I
cut
thought
cunt.
duck story.
Go ahead.
All right.
My sister lived at home with my parents with her husband for a little bit, and I found her handcuffs. I found the robbers, and I handcuffed myself to my bed, thinking it was the one from the dollar store that you just like hit the button and they swing back. I actually fell asleep. I had to wait till my sister was done.
I glued myself to myself.
I'm glued.
I cried, and my mom's like, "Did need to. And I remember being woken up. And my sister like, "This is why I tell you don't go in my room." And unlocked me, and I'm like, "What time is it?" She's like, "Dinner's over. It's bedtime." I was so mad.
You didn't even get to eat dinner.
Amanda.
I was like,
She was like, "Fuck you for playing with my handcuffs. Sit there
"He said they're
and suffer."
Some toys,
very young age not to go snooping."
like Snoopy was a crazy dog. There's so many like different things out there, like and like I've messed with a girl, and she was actually younger than me, who was really heavily like involved in like I was my next door neighbor, and we grew up together. Next year, I know she's like majorly into BDSM. Like some of those toys and shit, like props are like, why do you need this sword, or why do you like
A
what
sword.
exactly? Why is there a cast iron fucking horse poker here?
The sawzall.
Cut my fucking leg off. What the fuck?
You know, like the sawzall where they put a dick attachment.
Yeah, it's like, dude, it does it like one of the guys has one at work, and he was like, "Oh my gosh!" And he was
Turn it
telling
up
the
to 10.
story. He was like, "Oh, I bought it, and I want to use it." He was like, "Oh, I picked some fat chick up from the bar." he's like, "I face fucked her, and the soul's all fucked her." He's like, "I can't fuck her again." That's fuck she's ever had in her life.
I got all right. So,
So intense.
so
That's a lot.
yeah. Definitely go back and pack batteries for that one.
Jesus.
No, it's like literally,
It's literally
a
the fucking
sawzall.
Sawzall.
It has a fucking like Black and Decker
Yeah.
battery
Oh,
on
right.
it.
Yeah. So how do you? That's fucking insane.
It's like a sawzall with a dick
Yeah.
on it.
Turn that thing to 10. Jesus Christ. I remember
I don't know how people do the fucking toys at like a max speed.
Sometimes it's just too
Like,
much.
The one that we got, like for two, no. Like
No.
I can't. Like
Nope.
that's
She's like, I need a layer.
it doesn't. I don't enjoy it. I'm like, fuck this. Get it off.
I
Sorry,
I,
I cut
no,
you off.
no, I stopped talking. I just no big deal. You ain't cut me off. I was
So
listening to you
worried
guys.
about the sawzall.
No, I'm still thinking
He's gonna
about it.
get a
Yeah,
bottle now.
I was looking, hoping they have like a Makita one.
Probably like, "Dad, do you have this
So
sawzall at home?"
I was like, absolutely does. So it kind of goes with like to pick it up, just pick up the random fat girl. And I love thicker women. Don't get me wrong. So me and my
That's what
cousin,
he said.
we're late into the night now. Where it's pretty buzzed up, and he's like, "Dude, let's call one of these girls." I'm like, "Yeah, this is a while ago." And he calls this girl, and she was heavy sour. We're talking like, "Oh my goodness gracious, what am I doing here?" And he's like, "Dude, there was something that he mentioned that I've never done before." It's like, "Dude, you gotta do it." And literally, what's happened is she's going down on me, and he's fucking from behind, and then the Eiffel Tower, and we Eiffel Tower, and my cousin,
Gay.
I have to go over here, fucking. It's not gay.
That's gay. Two grown men holding hands while fucking.
It's my boy.
He's my boy,
He's my boy. But we're family. He's my cousin.
Yeah, you sure you ain't from fucking Alabama?
I am.
Virginia.
Listen, and that literally once that happened, I was like, I'm gonna get out of
Or
here.
West Virginia.
I'm your cousin. I'm your cousin.
Can't even tell that story.
Oh my god. It's okay. You do what you do. It is what it is.
I can't even tell that story. Can't tell him.
I
I
got
got it.
never gonna tell that story.
No, I have another story.
Oh no, come on.
Yeah.
Do it,
I
do
can't
it.
because I can't.
Come on.
He's never gonna hold hands with his cousin.
You can't give a build up like that.
So,
Not
all right,
deliver.
so my oh my god, I can't believe I'm about to tell this on air.
It better be
I'm
good.
all about this. So my grandfather, he's not my blood grandfather. He raised me my entire, not raised me, but he raised my mom, raised me. His niece is also not blood related.
Oh, you fuck your.
my
Oh,
cousin.
come on. Oh, that's terrible.
Well, here's the thing. First of all, it's not terrible. It's actually fantastic. She's in the top five. But, yeah, top five.
Did you? Okay. Wait. No. It's
I'll talk to
no.
you.
Did you ever sit down and have a family dinner all together?
No, we don't do family dinner. We don't do that shit. No. She's married now. He's a good guy.
I don't know. And do you raise together and like raise as cousins, like see each other?
No,
all the
it
time?
wasn't like that. No, we didn't see each other. I think we saw each other like Very, very rarely.
Don't say that story like that then.
Oh, the wife. Look, it makes it sound better. It's contact.
No,
But wait,
contact.
wait. When you
I
were
remember-
together, did you put your lotion in a seashell?
Wait, that same guy that he just said it reminded me of another fucking story he told me. He fucking
The views are fucking jumping right now.
his
Local journalist fucks his cousin.
While holding hands with his other cousin.
And then Eiffel Tower's his other cousin.
the one guy I'm at work fucking his mom and dad split up. Like his dad ended up
My
or his
phone is
mom
blowing up.
his mom married somebody else and he had a daughter. He ended up fucking her. And I'm like, bro, you fucked your stepsister.
Yeah.
Like that's your stepsister.
Your
That-
stepsister.
No, that can't happen. That's
That's-
not okay.
Sounds
He's
like
oh, we're not
Isn't
related.
that
And I'm
like
like,
Whitney
Especially
Houston's
What a
family
weirdo.
did that shit too.
Who?
Didn't Whitney Houston's daughter do that?
oh my god,
Think between her brother. or
The
something
sister
like
thing, I don't know. If
fucking
it is.
The thing is, it's like if you live in the if you've lived in the same household,
Yeah.
and
That's
like,
just odd.
it's weird.
then he went over to his dad's house.
And fuck his dad.
I mean, stranger things have happened.
House, and his dad heard him. It was like, did you just fuck your sister?
Now you can say it, Meg. I'm your sister. I'm your sister.
Oh, Kevin is. Did you fuck your sister?
Is it your sister?
This is
All right.
incredible.
I think if in any way, shape, or form, I don't care if you're blood related, if you're sitting in like I'm calling you my second cousin, twice removed, whatever the
Yeah.
fuck it is, you should not touch that person in any sexual way.
It
All right.
sounds
All
better
right,
now.
here we go. What if it's this?
It's
So
funnier.
my mom's friend that she went to high school. So her and her husband are married, and then I don't remember if it was, I think it was like her dad died, or and then his mom died, and then their parents got married.
Okay.
Wait,
Can we,
I'm
can
s-
we
I
draw
need
up a
a map.
family tree
Yeah.
on that one?
I'm,
Sorry.
I'm confused.
Let's say like
Cause-
Bob and Carol are married, right?
Okay.
And I don't know,
Draw them, please.
random. Bob and Carol are
likes
married, okay?
86.
But
You forgot.
Bob, shut the fuck up. Bob's dad is, I don't know, give me Paul.
You really watch 86.
And Paul and Mary.
Whitest
Shut the
fucking
fuck up.
names.
Fine. All right. So Carol, her parents are
Peter.
and this one, and I don't
Mandy.
know. What? Marie.
Mandy.
Marie. Okay, whatever.
I said Mandy.
So wait. So let's say Paul passes away and Mary's still here, but Marie passes away and then Mary married Peter. But they were married first.
Are you playing
Oh,
Hangman over there?
okay. Like they were already married, but then
It was like
his
if
mom married her.
one of your parents passed away, and then one of the other parents passed away.
Still weird.
I mean, it's not like incest or anything
No,
to
it's
that
not. It's
extent.
just fucking weird.
It would be uncomfortable.
There's
but-
a million people in this
but
fucking world.
old.
You gotta date someone that close. Come on.
Oh,
I mean,
they're together
yeah.
for Christmas anyway.
You right.
Seasons
Now
greetings.
it's just-
Yes.
just
All
one
the
house,
gifts.
Just one house. Like, now we have to go to my mom's and your house.
It's like, it's like the big
all together.
Story.
They're right around the corner
So
from
like,
where I
I thought we
live
were
at,
going to grandma's. We
We
are.
are.
Well, wait, aren't we going to grandma's? Yep, same house. Come on.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like it goes to the freaking Brady Bunch, but it's like minusing
I
children.
know a girl that I actually used to mess around with. She has 2 kids, so her kids are brother and sister, but they're also cousins.
You've been stepdaddies to a lot of kids, haven't you?
I'm a stepdaddy.
Yeah, you've been stepdaddy.
Well, I was. Let me see how I can word that. So, have I dated girls with children?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, well, I mean, worded it in a way.
Stepdaddy.
Yeah, no, I have. Yeah, yeah. I definitely. Yeah, it's part of the.
Maybe that's
Maybe
the
into
lesbian
30.
term.
Yeah, yeah, but that's probably what it is. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
not that.
so I've been stepdaddy. I call it the buddy roll, actually.
Oh, I like that better. That's a
Buddy
good
rolls
one.
are
Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah. Like,
What was
So
it
wait,
again?
2 kids are brother and sister and cousin.
yeah, yeah. So,
Their
um,
dad's twins or something.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
that
no.
girl must have
Yeah,
fucked two brothers or something.
Yeah, something crazy like that. I can't remember exactly how she put it. I'm definitely not going to call her because there's
She definitely fucked two brothers.
Yeah.
If they're brother or
so
sister. and
there's something
cousins.
going on. I'll get the word.
That's weird.
Yeah,
I
I'll
want
get
to
the
hear
word.
more
That's a
about
lot.
this.
Yeah, I'll find out for sure.
It could be
I'm not
something
reaching out to
where
the
it
person.
could be something where you were dating somebody, right? And you had a kid with them, and then you married the brother, and then somebody else married them. You get where I'm coming from?
I don't know.
I'm trying to
Like
remember. I can't
basically,
remember.
you switched family members that had a kid with the first one,
I know
And
somebody.
you get in a
who's-
fight
I
and you're
know
like,
somebody
your
who's-
brother's dick is bigger.
and then you just figure it's all one big happy family because you all live in the same.
I know someone who's
Really?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
That's
yeah.
weird.
I
Not
can't remember
with the
how it
dad.
works, but
I know it's a brother, and
yeah.
it's her daughter's.
one guy at work.
Yep.
The dad was married to some lady or whatever. They broke up, and she married the son.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's
So I worked in a
That's-
legal
that's
field for
that's
Crazy.
ridiculous.
So
That's
we're-
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
working in the legal field. You and I worked in foreclosure for like 9 years. So when shit's going on, the house is getting ready to hit the default. They would send a letter in and explain what's going on. Obviously, no names, of course. So I read this one letter where my 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 husband just left me. My father had passed away, and my husband left me for my mom.
Wow.
Wow.
I'd be so mad. I'd be so.
You'd be so. I am
fucking mad.
outraged.
You'd be murdered. Like,
Could you
Everyone
imagine
and
that?
myself.
oh my god.
Tom's like, I'll fucking take a flamethrower this place.
That letter wouldn't even made it to the foreclosure.
No.
No.
Yeah,
Actually,
I-
nobody would
I
ever.
would have been on the news.
I
She would go in a
read
heartbeat, in a
that.
heartbeat.
Well, because she was trying to explain why she couldn't pay the mortgage because she was about to enter default, and I read that and I was
Oh, no,
like,
I would have been collecting his life insurance at that point.
yeah, I read it and I was
Everything,
like,
everything.
wow, how do I even
And
what do
my
I
mother's
what do I even
fucking
do here?
inheritance.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'll reach out
Yeah.
to her.
That's totally
There's
some
way
white
to
people
check the
shit.
poison.
Crazy shit.
There's way to check the people's bodies without anybody ever finding out under the dose.
I always think of when it snows, I'm just gonna grab like an ice. What the
An
fuck's it-
icicle?
An icicle.
You
Jesus
take
Christ. And just fucking stab
Like
somebody.
a spike
the
tickle.
Just like
Evidence done.
It melts
Done.
away.
Done.
You have no idea. That's right.
We don't condone murder here, by the way.
Yes, we do.
Just make
I,
sure it's still wet outside.
Yes.
So they're not like, why is there a puddle of water here?
Why is there a two-door Cavalier out front?
Is that a shell with motion in it?
these two kids in high school who found out they were cousins and they were dating, which was kind of messed up. But like also like their last name wasn't that common that I wouldn't have questioned it. But like the one didn't grow up with their dad, and the other one did, and then they found out that it was the same dad. Yeah, but like years. Like,
That's
I
rough.
see
but they found out while they're in high school, while they were dating.
At least high
everybody
school,
found
you
out.
could be like,
Breaking
okay.
news.
But
I
like
did like a TikTok of that. Like they
I love that.
scared the shit out of me.
I love that. I love the drops.
But somebody did like a podcast on that. Like they answer like questions and shit like that. And then I guess they did a family tree and found they were both adopted and then found out they were brother and sister.
There.
Dating for fucking 8 years.
oh, that's rough.
Like they
How?
What do you- what do you-
did
what-
everything.
what do you
she,
do?
She wrote like the note and was like, "Oh, we've done
At that point,
everything."
You've
What do
done
you
it
everything.
doesn't matter at that point, I think.
Listen, if you listen balls, that's it. You're
Split up,
now.
can you?
You just-
I mean, so what
But do you? Just because I don't know.
And
That's
apparently
tough.
the boyfriend didn't know when she like wrote that letter. She was looking for advice.
This is why you just don't do anything. If you're adopted, just go with it. Go with it. Just be like, you know what, whatever. Cool.
Be free as a bird.
Take your parents' word. Take your adopted parents' word for like, you know what, your parents.
I
You know,
mean,
whoever your mom and dad is, you know what, it's fine.
until your kid comes out looking funny. But
Well,
you
if your child is born with another hand, you might want to.
wait, hold on. Spit in this tube real quick.
Well, I'll tell you, like back in the day, what they
How
used to
did we
think.
get incest?
I don't know.
I think it's more or less just
Him
yeah.
and his cousin held hands. He's a cousin. You're my cousin.
They held
You're my
hands.
cousin. You're my- He's still your cousin. Well, like, what's happening? Back up.
With the sawzall.
Because Frankie held hands with his cousin. That's how
I
we got
enjoy
here.
Meg's motion of the sawzall every single time.
Yeah.
She looks like she's whole handing something.
Hopefully she doesn't actually do it
I
like
feel
that.
like Meg more experience and better experience with the motion of her hand.
Yeah.
And that's it just.
But now that you said that, the guy
This
at
is why I
work
took my
talks.
thumb.
The guy at work always talks about he's in like him and his wife are in like an open marriage or whatever, and he always wanted to like fist somebody. He's like, I can't do it to my wife. He's like, because I'll look.
I
at
respect
funny.
her.
Yeah, that's what he said. I was like, oh, you're
I
such a
believe
nice
it.
man.
I believe it.
You know, but whenever anybody talks about fisting, I just feel like, you know, you're doing it, and then like you're up, and it's like I'm a ventriloquist, like you're my puppet.
I'm done. I've got the like right here. I've got right about
Like,
well, that's because I was doing like the old sock.
You know, and then these motherfuckers are like, "Why you so loose?
Yeah.
You're sitting there trying to fucking make it.
You fucking stretch me out like I'm giving birth for Christ's
Well, I
sake."
was in the back of a $2 Cavalier one time at Clover, and
You're trying to make it tough. It's not.
I brought my favorite t-shirt for your help.
do these hold lotion by any chance?
Oh my god,
Hey Meredith, careful there.
Meredith.
Meredith, what are you watching Grey's Anatomy?
No, I should never seen that show.
Neither did I.
Yeah.
I did not even
I'm not a big
think on
TV
it.
guy. Not a big TV
Killing
guy.
me, killing me.
Too busy for the TV.
You could never be on the episode with the movies then.
I mean, I love
Look at
movies.
movies.
And I'm
I know
a
you
big
like
movie
movies,
quote
okay.
guy. Like movie
Yeah.
quotes is my
Me
thing.
too.
Oh God, that's her.
Fuck you. Really? Oh, nice.
I bet you he didn't see that movie.
What?
What movie?
Wildcats.
No, I didn't
Not
see
many
Wildcats, no.
people have seen
Fuck
that
you.
movie.
Fuck you what? Fuck you, Coach Gray.
Better.
I'll add it to the list.
It is a
Oh,
football
dude,
movie
It's fucking
from
great.
'86.
Yeah. So
You know,
good.
back in the Clover days.
Right after
Yeah.
Titanic.
Yeah.
Not the one that movie came out.
Sure.
The actual ship.
Funny.
The slow, it's like that slow clap, and then slow laugh. Like, that's fucking
I couldn't help it.
Oh, man.
All right.
So any more embarrassing stories of being caught or
So I have two left. If anybody wants me to
Yeah.
say them and just
You have two
end it.
stories left?
Yeah.
Tell me the stories that I have. Tell a story that I have a story about when I got back into the dating world. I haven't shared on there before.
So this one is the other one I'll tell at the very end. It's probably my most embarrassing. But recently we were swimming, me and Steve in the pool. You know, the kids, you know, whatever. I think Mel's working, and I forget where Isabel was. And we're just swimming, and I turn, and I was like, my pool's right in the yard, and Steven's window's right there. So I'm like, I have my back towards the window, like my back towards the house. And Steve's like, hey, look at this. I turn around, and he's got his thing out, and he's like up at the top of the surface of the water. And I look over at him, and then I look up, and I'm like,
Why are you laughing?
because my fucking son is at the window. And I'm like, I do see it, and so does Steven.
I have one of them.
And like Steve obviously like covers up right away, and then he turns and looks. And I was like, would you look at him because he's not going away, right? And Steve's like, why is he still staring? I was like, it's not like your dick is still in. He's staring because he wants you to know he got you caught. Will you please look up so that I don't feel like I'm being stared at? I couldn't look at the window the entire night without fucking dying laughing.
So we have PTSD of the window and a dick on his shoulder over
I
here.
think on her shoulder and Steven's window. Oh my god. All right. Enlighten us with your story.
All right. So I was with my ex for about 7 years. We were engaged, supposed to be married the whole nine when we were living in New Jersey. Now, when I came back to the good old 215 and I had a friend of mine who was like, "Oh, let me show you the apps," because I knew nothing about the apps. Like I knew what they were, but I was in a relationship with someone
like
for
the dating apps?
dating apps, yeah, for 7 years. So she shows me the apps. She's like, "Here, I'll help you out. I'll help you out with them." I'm like, first of all, you have like 15 apps. I'm pretty sure I'm not taking dating advice from you. You should probably start your own at this point. But shout out to her though, because she did show me the groups. But and I'm just doing the old sliding through and seeing who's on there, and then I come across a chick, and she was beautiful, and swiped, and then we connected, and we had the conversation. We started talking. We talked for about 2 weeks. Like she was incredible. She was an amazing person to talk to, and we made a plan to meet. And rule number one of the dating apps: read the fucking bio. I go and check the bio, and she went. There's nothing wrong with this. She was a full transgender,
Oh shit.
and I had no idea. So obviously, and off air, I'll show you her.
Oh my God.
She was gorgeous, and I was like, oh my God, what do I do? Like, I can't just I can't just ghost this chick. That's fucked up. So we.
I would say no.
Yes.
Well, we know now, but I mean, whatever.
Ladies and gentlemen, and Nate. So we decided. So we decided to meet. So we met and we hung out, and nothing happened. We didn't conclude keep going or anything like that, and we remained friends, and we're still friends today. But
Oh wow.
I mean, like for your first time, like back on the field, I feel like that was like you're supposed to start at level 1. You that was like a level 10. Like
Yeah.
maybe you want to.
You
start
skipped
slow.
all the fucking steps.
Well, and that's
all of the
I
steps
just
and
I
the
just was
vaginas,
I was just sweeping, and then we remained friends. But then I started thinking in my mind, I was like, wait a minute, that's gotta be man-made. You probably should have jumped in there. So then sometime down the
I mean,
road,
it's not
it happened.
specifically
It
real.
actually happened to me again, and but this one actually told me she was, so we didn't talk. So I swiped, and I looked, and I got a message from the girl, and she's like, "I'm trans, Poppy." I'm like, "Oh, sorry about that, brother."
Yeah.
And that concludes my story. Frankie James.
Was that like the algorithm? Like it's just like, oh well, obviously like one trans, so it's
What? Oh, it
Or,
just so happened that I wasn't paying fucking attention. I guess could have been late. Yeah. All of a sudden, I'm just gonna start looking for trans women.
They start hooking up, and he's like, "Let me fuck you in the pussy." Nope.
Karen, come back.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah. I had to tickle my shoulder and did a two-door Cavalier out front of Clover.
You gotta go with the poop shoot.
So, but she had a full surgery. So I began to get curious. I was like,
You
what?
should have tried that.
That's what I'm saying.
Who would have known? Like exactly what they
We
said.
should Snapchat her.
doesn't look the same.
No, but what? That's the thing.
What
I
does
could
a
have.
man-made
I could have.
vagina look
I could have
like?
breaking news
Does it
right now
feel
of what this thing looked like, and I can't.
I think you should
Man-made.
take one for the team and
And
let
just-
us know.
I think
And they come back
curious.
Yeah.
mind,
Yeah.
wondering.
I mean,
I'll,
for the sake of science.
Absolutely.
I love how you guys say take one for the team.
Yeah, like it's still not pussy, right? Take
I
one
mean,
for the team and
technically
have
it
sex
is.
with this. What? That's the person that is now a woman.
I mean, it's
Technically, it is.
I don't know how it goes, but listen, it could be like the dick cut in half, and
It could just be
I don't
like-
know how it works.
An
but
inside out.
She could have designed it
I don't-
herself.
I like that.
I
an
wonder.
inside out hot dog.
I don't know how it works. I'm sorry if anybody's listening, and I just don't know. That,
Yeah.
sorry.
Actually, I'm curious.
But
Stay
But you
tuned
were
for a
that close,
follow up.
dude.
but you should definitely take one for the team,
That would be a hell of a show.
right?
That would be
That would be
interesting.
a hell of a show.
Yeah, like,
I had
Fuck
sex-
it, bring her on.
Maybe
I have
maybe you
sex
could
with
talk
her.
with your girl if
I'm
she
like,
did
let me see
anything
the
like
vagina in
that.
the corner.
Yeah, well,
That's a hell of a title. That's a hell of a
I'm
flyer.
listen, I'm all about the content. That's why I'm saving a lot of these stories for today. So my crazy exes show, like when my ex fiance would when she would fight with me and we already split up, I'd be like, listen, come on the show. You want to argue and fight? Then we're doing it on the show. This is serious. I'm like, yeah, so it's my fucking show. It's monetized, bitch.
I need you to text me the time, address, everything. I'm going with binoculars.
I have a
Fucking 2 miles
no.
She's got like
I have
massive
a
spy
ca-
equipment
no,
and a
I
fucking
have a
minivan.
camera. I'm going to teach you how to shoot photography. Oh my God.
Shit. I'm gonna be like, can I see the Adam's apple? Is it
No,
there?
I will show you. I will show you a
I need
picture
to
of
see
it.
a picture.
I will.
Okay. Okay. Anybody else have any other?
No, I want to hear your most embarrassing one. That.
Uh,
From your cousin. I'm
So
your
just
cousin.
to be clear, disclaimer: I did not fuck any cousins or brothers or
Me either.
sisters or anything,
Same.
nor have I done an Eiffel
Deep
Tower.
in the heart of Texas.
So every year for Christmas, my parents come. This is so embarrassing. My parents come over in the morning and watch the kids open gifts. Blah 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 blah. They usually come over about like, I don't know, 7 in the morning. So we get up at like 7 every Christmas. No big deal. They're barely there. They're usually there a little later, getting coffee, whatever.
Yeah.
So this one morning we happened to get up at like 6:30, and I'd have sex, and we were pretty fucking loud.
Ho 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 ho.
Ho,
I don't
ho,
I don't know if I was
ho.
yelling that, but like
Give me them jingle bells.
I was vocal with my kids were kind of little. This was a
Oh,
little
okay.
while ago. It was in the
No
last 12
words.
years, though.
They didn't really know.
Um, so like it's now 7 a.m. Once we were finally like up out of bed, whatever, and I like go and I was like, all right, well, my parents are gonna be here soon. And I look outside and I was like, oh, I think they're pulling up now. And I get dressed and Steve Evans' story is like, no, they're here. They were sitting in the living room the whole time.
The whole
Oh,
time.
the whole
The whole
time.
time.
The whole time.
And remember,
I
her
didn't hear them
bedroom
come in.
is-
Obviously.
Though obviously
they
you
heard
were
you
you were singing the
coming
Star
in.
Spangled fucking Banner.
Dude, that was the most awkward Christmas I've ever had.
They definitely heard Steve coming in.
And they were deadly silent. They were just dead silent. I was
There was
like,
no like, hey,
I was
we're
like, we're
here.
not having sex on Christmas morning ever
My cousin
again.
Salvatore, he's goes to Father Judge. He says, Judge.
My brother went to judge,
He's a goalie for you.
but my brother was born before the Titanic.
So he was like World War One.
He's 7 years older than me. That
Oh yeah,
sucks.
yeah, yeah. That was way
And
back.
that's it. That's all I
That
got.
was actually back by Paul Revere.
And no, I did not sleep with my
God,
brother or
that's
anything
so-
like that with my brother.
Paul Revere was black, by the way.
Really
was he?
interesting. I love
It was actually Paul Revere.
He was so fast.
big history. Thank you for the information.
Drop that
Annie.
off.
Fast. They are fast.
Judge sucks. Just be back.
Fast.
Who said Judge Sox?
Oh, I did.
Oh, okay. Nice to meet you. I'm Frankie. Nice to meet you.
LA Jess.
Mom said we just got. Oh, my mom said we just got here.
Oh,
He
so she's
said
following
that.
it. She listened to the song.
No, she did.
No, my husband
No,
said
Steve
that.
is.
He
Oh,
said.
right on, yeah.
He said what your
Mom
mom
said just
thought.
got
He said as soon as I walked out
Oh,
there.
we just came.
That's what he
Oh,
said.
that's
As soon as he
ironic.
walked out, she was like, "We just got here."
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Oh wait. Oh my God.
Why's half the hors d'oeuvres eaten?
So wait. This is even better. A couple years ago, I went to my parents' house, and we'll end on this because I know we're going over. I'm at walking my parents' house. I was picking something up, and I was like, "What's the matter?" They looked all tired. They're like, "Oh, we can't sleep. The like pipes are rattling. I don't know what the fuck it is. Something's going on." And I'm like, "Okay." So like I'm hanging out talking to them, and I'm like, "Is it still doing it? Like is somebody coming over to look? Whatever." So she's like, "Yeah, it's been doing it." So I like walk in their room, and I hear it. Okay. And I walk over and she's got one of them dressers with like the mirror, and then it has this. You open the doors, and then there's doors
And a little
Yeah.
Indian came out of it in the company.
for the littles. So
She
when
wasn't
I,
talking about you.
when I open it, okay, I open the doors to this, and you can obviously tell it's coming
Oh, jeez.
from in the drawer. Now my
Oh.
parents were in their 70s. Okay, this is in the drawer. So I was like, "Mom, I didn't pull drawers out." I said, "It's in there."
You should have.
And I said, "There's your problem." And I walked out of the room. But my mom,
Good for your mom. Man.
Wait,
Good for her.
wait, but you should have saw it. My mom come bolting out of that fucking bedroom. It was an earwax cleaner.
Oh,
She's like, "Look, it's this. I swear to God, it's this." I was like, I didn't need to know.
I don't want to know. I was gonna say.
That looks like it fits on a soul's
I was like, imagine, Mom, imagine if you had the fucking plumber come out.
Oh, he did.
Clean that place real good.
Oh my God, I forgot about that. She was like, "No, it's a fun."
Oh my god.
Your dad's ears back. They promise.
Oh my God.
Jesus, Lord, what a... We covered a lot of topics today, ladies.
I love it.
Oh,
This was a good
That's a good
topic
one.
for us. I liked it a
fun.
lot.
It's
Did
fun.
you? I hope you enjoyed coming on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
seriously.
it was fantastic. Yeah, it really was. I enjoyed it. We'll have to do it again. If I may.
You can only come back on if you have to take one for
Yeah,
the
you
Well,
need to
well-
take one for the team. You know what? You can't even say that shit. You still haven't farted in a
I
goddamn glass.
know, I know.
And what
You
saved
guys
it?
trying to sell one.
She was.
I sell a
She
fart.
said she can sell a fart.
I will.
We
I
tried.
own a
She
marketing,
still
I own a
hasn't
marketing
done it.
company, so I will market the fuck out of that product for
Sounds
you.
like you guys need to conduct.
What
some
was the name?
experiments.
Yes.
What was the name supposed to be? It was like
the
Megan Sparkle or
I
something.
have no idea, dude.
It's probably written in this book
The,
somewhere.
I
the
love
most
it.
random shit comes to me like when we're on this. I'm like, oh, I should do this.
It's content creating.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
When that shit happens, record it on your phone and then you'll remember it.
That's what we have to do. If I can I plug the show? Plug my show.
Sure.
All right,
please.
cool. So yeah, you can check out the My Crazy Exes podcast. I'm gonna have the ladies on there soon. We'll get that scheduled, and I also have a sports show, the Frankie Tank podcast. Give it a follow. We're on Facebook, YouTube channel, the whole nine. Ladies, thank you so much for having me on.
Yes,
Of
thank you for
course.
coming. Thank
Thank
you,
you, Nate.
Dom.
Thank you,
guys.
Thank you, Heat Girl.
All right,
for
comes out.
coming. Cuts out. Cuts out.
He cuts out.
No
Slip
cunt lips.
out.
Cunt
Slip out.
lips.
I like
Cunt
slip
lips.
out.
I heard you bitches was looking for me.
I heard you bitches were looking for me.
I love this song.